Hi everyone, it's Marcy Denning here from Stampin' with Marcy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada. And I want to welcome you to my Monday morning live. Oh, and here comes Marshall. I am sorry. This is real life, guys. You just never know what's going to happen. And Marshall is a little needy this morning. So he is wanting to get a little bit of attention. So he made a little appearance. Okay, so I hope you all had a fabulous Easter weekend. I hope you enjoyed lots of yummy food. I'm just making sure my volume here is off. Yes, okay. I took the entire weekend off from my craft room and realized last night, oh my goodness, I have nothing to share with you guys today. So this morning I very quickly whipped up a card using this adorable stamp set called Hot Dog. It is in the mini catalog. It's with the dachshunds. They're so cute, otherwise known as wiener dogs. My sister Anne, she had her and her husband Willie. They had their family dog was Greta, and she was a little. She was called Red. Was her color, the color, and it was quite similar to the cinnamon cider. So I thought, you know what? I haven't used this set yet, so let's pull this out and create something with it. So my colors are cinnamon cider and early espresso. And then I'm using the Hippo and Friends dies. This one here. I love this die set for the labels. And my designer series paper, I am using the Natural Touch specialty paper. This is from the Butterfly Brilliance promotion that the 6x6 Butterfly Bijou is no longer available, but the Natural Touch still is available. It's while supplies last, and the Butterfly Bijou ran out very quickly. Good morning, Anne. But the Natural Touch specialty paper is still available, and it is only $6.75 for 2 pieces. Now, here is the card. Whoops. I smudged it a bit, as you can see, because this paper has a bit of a glossy sheen to it. So it takes quite a while to dry because I just stamped this morning. Good morning, Barbara from Southern Oregon. I'm just clicking to see what else you said here. So you had 2 girls that were litter mates. They rode on the diesel truck with me. Oh, nice. Their names were Thelma and Louise. Oh, I love that. Yeah, my sister's dog, Greta, she was a sweetie. She was a miniature. So she was small, and the funniest thing about this girl, she was such a snuggler, but she hated to walk. It was always called drag the dog. She would take a couple steps, she would be all excited to go, and then she'd take a couple steps and be like, all right, I'm done. So, and she was so tiny. I don't remember how much she weighed, and how much did Greta weigh. At first you didn't know that she had stopped walking, because as you're walking, you're actually dragging her. You look behind and there she is, being drug along. So anyhow, I've put a few of the little paw prints on the inside. So cute. Gave her or him a little party hat. Yes, so if you stick around to the end, I'm going to give you a sneak peek of the Over the Border with Di and Marcy, the Sweet Ice Cream, my 3 cards for that class. Deadline was listed as tomorrow to sign up, but I'm going to be placing my order today because there's so many things on back order. I want to get those sets ordered. So, all right, she was 10 pounds. 8 and 9 pounds. They guarded the trucks like they were rots. Little girls are like that. Little dogs. They, I will have to order this set. You have many friends who have doxies. Oh, so it's such a sweet set. It really is. You've got so many different elements to add to your little fun little dogs. I mean, even the cone of shame. A little, that to me looks like a French beret, little earmuffs, a bow, your bones, male, of course the party hat, which I stamped on the, I have a little piece here. This is the in color, the, oh my goodness, bumblebee. So yes. So let's get started here. We are going to stamp right away so that we can set this stuff aside for a minute. And I'm actually going to take my heat tool and dry it and see how that goes. The cone of shame. Yeah, it's so sweet. I think. Now, anymore, Miss Maisie, when she got fixed in December, we didn't get the cone of shame. They now have onesies that you can purchase that does up, that keeps them from their licking and chewing their stitches. All right, so the rather than the cone of shame that they would be constantly banging into things because they had no sense of whereabouts it was, right? All right, so this is a little scrap that I'm using. Good morning, Jeannie. Good morning, Lynn. Thanks for joining. Jeannie, thank you for sharing. I truly do appreciate that. All right, so my little dachshund, she is stamped. All right, so we're going to set her aside, and we are going to bring in our paper here. Now, can you see how it's got that shiny coating? And the back side is, not my favorite, but I really like this. And it's textured, so it is a little hard to, am I all the way in? Yes. It is a little hard to make sure you've got it all stamped. All right, so in those little grooves. So we're just going to stamp this the bottom corner. All right. So can you see, I'm going to show you. Can you see how that is still shiny? Meaning that ink is very wet still. So the Stampin' Up! Heat tool has two settings. It has the lower ink setting and then the higher setting for embossing. So this is the first setting. I do apologize for the noise. It's not too bad, but if you then take that to your inked up sentiment, it is going to dry it a smidge quicker. I can see it's slowly. Now this paper is very thin, so you really have to be careful. I don't want to burn it. But I can see that it is drying it. So if you've got the heat tool and you've got some ink that you've stamped on designer series paper or something like that, that is taking a while to dry, all you have to do is take out your heat tool and give it a couple minutes to dry that way. Yeah, I can still see that it's just sitting on top there, so, but we're gonna call that good enough because you are not here to sit and watch me dry that. All right, so next we are going to take these adorable little paw prints and stamp them on the inside of our card. So I made a turkey yesterday for our Easter dinner, and I'm going to bring these up so that they're kind of here and there as they're not walking in a straight line. Damon came and picked up his and Allie's as we are in lockdown, so they could not come to join us. So today I am going to make a nice pot of turkey soup. Okay, so now my die cut here, I find is kind of plain. What do you guys think? Should I take maybe some of the bones and stamp the back, or leave it? I'm going to not do anything with that yet while I wait for what you guys have to say. So just leave it plain, or take that, take the, maybe the bone and stamp some bones in the background in the early espresso so that it's the tone on tone. Hello, Sandy. Thanks for joining. All right, so I am going to use the brush tip here, as I want it to cover quite quickly a large area. I generally don't use this. However, when we are coloring a large area, it is so much easier to come in like this, and then I'll go over it after the fact. Now, if you don't like coloring that awful much, you could stamp your doxy on just on cardstock and then cut it out, fussy cut. Now, yes, I am doing some fussy cutting this morning. I do apologize, but I like to fussy cut, and I think with these fairly straight lines, I mean, it's not that awful hard to cut it out. I'm doing a terrible job here. Yes. As I'm trying to color quickly. And I'm only using the light because I wanted to keep her fairly light. And you can just add more tone by coming in with your, after you've got your initial layer down. So Miss Greta, she had a stripe on her back. So if you come in and add a bit more color here and there, it's going to change that area, make it just a smidge darker. And then, of course, when it dries, it's going to be even darker and more even. However, I'm not happy with the way that's drying. So we're just going to come in and fill that in a smidge more, and then I'll come back And I'll come back in a minute. In the meantime, I'm going to fussy cut this out. The bones would be nice, Jeannie's saying. All right, so I'll mount that bone. And I'm going to cut off the little, make it more of a round than that pom-pom shape for my little party hat. Because I don't want to have it sticking out. And I'm cutting right against the line here. Now we do have the in color embellishments. However, I am out of those. So that's why I am just using a holiday rhinestone for my bling. Now this could be a masculine card. See how it's my Doxy she's just, Greta here, she's darkening up. So now let's just add a little bit of extra right in here, around her ear. All right, and then there. Oh, let's do under her chin. I don't remember how old Greta was when she passed. She's been gone quite a while. All right, so now we are going to take this down to a more manageable size. All right. I can't put that away. I put that there so I don't forget that to put the bones on there. Yeah, the cone of shame, Barbara, in the acetate, that would be so fun. That would be really fun to see. All right. I want to make sure that I'm fairly close. I generally have a bigger halo type of border around, but I don't want that today. So let's just cut across here so that I can get rid of that and then come back in. So our mega egg from Hummingbird chocolates. It's a small chocolatier. I'm not exactly sure what you call them. Handmade. It's from up in my sister Carol, up in the Kingston area, I believe. Oh my goodness. Talk about rich. I am so glad that I had bought ice cream to go with it because, yeah, it was delicious. Very delicious, but some ice cream with your slice was very good. So we Zoomed while we had our dinner. I had my iPad on the table and Damon called. So we sat and it was like we were eating together. It's just that they were at their house and we were at ours. Did anybody else do something like that? And then we did a family walk in the woods afterwards. Danny, Connor, Brad, and I with the two little girls, Maisie and Buffy. And I do apologize. Maisie is barking. There is a lumber truck outside. Somebody must be getting something done at the end of the street here. So little 6-pound Maisie is telling them, hey, get away from my house. This is my street. She is such a little bossy girl. And I can't look up to see comments quite yet, or I will end up cutting off the nose or something. And that wouldn't be good. I'd have to start all over again. I'm going rather slow. This set would be cute with the Playful Pets Designer Series paper. Is that what it's called? The one with the cats and the dogs. This would be super cute with that as well. But I was like, all right, I have this card, this Designer Series paper. We need to use it. So... all right, so there she is, all cut out. And put her aside. Open up my stamp set and get these fun little bones. Well, I am glad that you'll be buying this later today. That means I am doing a good job with inspiring you guys. Doesn't matter where you are in the world, whether you are a demonstrator or a customer. I just love it when I hear that I have inspired you to take another look at a set that maybe you hadn't before. So I'm just going around. We'll see what we think. Hopefully we're committed now. So, all right. Oh, that is cute. That is cute. At first I was like, guys, I'm not sure what I think of that, but it is sweet. All right, so let's move all of this. I just did remember to do my host code printout this morning as well. So if you are in Canada and you don't have a demonstrator that you work with currently, I would love the opportunity to earn your business. And if you're shopping my online store, please use this month's host code. All right, so fingers crossed that this is dry enough that I'm not going to make a big mess. I'm going to be very careful when I am attaching it to not touch. And I forgot to grab my silicone craft sheet, so going around so I'm not putting my fingers on that inked part. I think I'm all right. But it looks very cute stamped on that Designer Series paper. All right. Again, being careful to not put my fingers over there. We're just going to flip it, press, and bring it back over so that way it's done. All right, let's put, love the little paw prints. Super, super cute. All right, so I did my pre-order, guys, last week, and I may have used FedEx. I'm in a swap that she needs the product in her hand by the last week of April. So I needed to get it to her rather quickly. So I thought, well, let's you try FedEx just one more time. And it said on Friday that they would be it would be arriving this week. So I will be going live on my YouTube channel. I will let you know, but I'll be going live on my YouTube channel for the unboxing of it instead of here on Facebook. I want to start getting in the habit of going on YouTube more live. All right, so you can see that I've got this big loopy open bow. So what I did for that is I just added, hopefully that's enough, of my Stampin' Seal. And this is the Bumblebee gingham ribbon. I believe this is carrying over. Yay. So we are just going to give it a tail there. Actually, bring it up a smidge. Okay, so I'm not sure where Quisnell is, Barb. Come on. There we go. Trying to get it so that it's kind of, whoop, sticking to my hands. This is the easiest way to get your, and every time you do it, it's going to be a different, and I'm not liking that, but I know that that's the size I want. So let's just give you a loop, a little cut. Yeah, I don't want it, I want it more sideways. So we're just going to take it and lift it up. And that's not going to work because it's squeezed it. I squeezed my bows. All right. Yeah, this loop is too big. This one here. Let's just, there we go. And there. All right, let's take a look. That's better. That's a little long. So we're just gonna nip you and nip you. Add just, oh, BC. Oh, okay. Nice. I have lived many places. My father was in the Canadian Armed Forces, so he was in communications. So we moved all over. I think I've told you guys my younger sister was actually born in Germany. My older sister Anne and I, we were born in London, Ontario. So, all right. That should work for not getting any sinky points stuck to that tape. I love this loopy, zigzaggy way of adding ribbon to my cards. Makes it so much easier. Oh, there's something. I'll have to take the eraser in a second. All right, is that straight? Just a little. Come up. There. All right, there we go. My adhesive eraser in my drawer. We used to sell these years ago. There. See how easy that took that off? Oh, they sell these at the dollar store, guys. So if you don't have one, the dollar store has them. So easy. All right, so I am going to put just a titch of glue. Come on, there we go. On my hat. And put it here on my doggy's head. Scooch that up just slightly. Okay. Now we need some dimensionals on the back here. And we're going to try to cover that a bit too. And then we need, let's give a little strip here to the, is that too wide? Yep. All right. One in the center. Okay. Straighten this up to make sure that I am fairly straight. I do like those bones on the back. Let's bring it up a smidge though. Just there. That's better. So sweet. Okay, so as always, I am going to add a dab of glue. I've got my holiday rhinestones here. These are, I think these are pumpkin pie, but you know what? They look close enough that I'm going with it. Okay, so then we're going to put one here and one up here. Because we do like our triangles, don't we? I'm so glad that these embellishments are carrying over. They, I love having the option of having colored embellishments so that I don't have to color it myself. All right, there we go, guys. Isn't that so? I don't know if a wobbler would fit. Let me just grab, where did I put my bag of wobblers? I don't know where my, oh, here's one. Okay, here's my wobblers. So, I don't think a wobbler would fit. I think it's too, yeah, it's a little too, just a smidge unless you were to put it up here like that for your doggy. But you could try it, maybe trim it down a little bit so that your dog is shaking. But so here's my original, and here's the one that I did with you guys this morning. So super cute. And then of course we've got our little paw prints on the inside, lots of room to write your message. All right, so let me just move this stuff out of the way, and I'm going to bring in my cards for our Over the Border with Di and Marcy. For those that are unaware, maybe new to my channel, I've paired up with my friend Diana Gibbs in the United States, and we do monthly classes. In our group. It's called Over the Border with Di and Marcy, and they are a Zoom streamed to Facebook. You can just join us on Facebook, or you can join in on the Zoom. So this month's class is the sweet ice cream. So this is this month's class, sweet ice cream. And like I said, the RSVP date is April 6th, but I am going to be ordering today because we've got so many back-ordered items. So this is the stamp set. The bundle is not orderable right now because the punch is on back order. I believe the stamp set is as well. So here are my 3 cards. So I've got a fun shaker card with the rainbow glimmer paper. Super fun. Who doesn't like a shaker card? And then is that a gatefold? And can you see I've got some Wink of Stella. And then this super bright and cheery, You're So Cool. And then the inside. So those are my 3 cards. You do 6 cards in the class. Diana does 3, and I do 3. And I haven't had a chance to make up Diana's cards yet. So if you're wanting in on this class, if you're in Canada, you register with me. You can email me or message me. And if you live in the United States, it's Diana Gibbs, Di Gibbs at stampingwithdi.com. So that is all for me today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your Monday. And I will see you on Wednesday at 6:30. And then I will announce when my pre-order has arrived, and I will be going live on YouTube, and I'll also be talking quickly about the my In Color Club and my Designer Series paper share that I always do. And if you'd like a catalog from me and you live in Canada and don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator that you shop with, then message me and I'd be happy to send you a catalog. All right, bye for now, ladies.